Well, hello everybody. Here I am again on the Himalayan. We our riding group, the Brass Monkey riding group, had two of them were able to make an outing today. It was a last minute ride. We were not able to go, but we did just ride out to lunch, and we are riding back home now. But this is the same road I was on when I revealed that I had purchased a Himalayan, and thought we'd come back this way, although we're going to take another road all the way back into town. Last time we turned off, and if I'm still recording at that time, I'll point it out. So I've been watching Harley Day Rider. He also has a ham radio channel called my Ham Radio Journey, I think is what it's called. And he posted a video today, and because I also have a ham radio channel, but I haven't posted videos on that channel in much longer than it's been since I posted videos on this channel, so that tells you it's been a long time. But he posted a video today about excuses for not riding your motorcycle, and you know, he was on his way to work. I will put a link to his video in the description. So, you know, you look outside and you got a chance of rain, spotted rain, 30% chance of rain. What does that even mean? Why don't you just ride your bike to work, etc., etc.? And you know, I go through the same thing. My excuses are typically things like, I just hate having to put all that gear on in the morning, take it off when I get to work, and put on regular street shoes, because I'm a all the gear all the time person, and I know a lot of people aren't, and that's fine. I don't hate on anybody. I used to ride that way, but you know, recently, you know, the older you get, the more I feel that I need to be cautious. And but anyway, I wear all the gear all the time. So I have a pair of overpants that I wear, but I still wear boots. So when I get to work, I leave a pair of shoes at work. So when I get there, I just take off the jacket, the helmet, the gloves, the boots, and the overpants, and just put on the pair of shoes that I leave at the office. But you know, normally when I get to work if I drive the car, all I have to do is get off the bike and go in and start working. Now I got to go in and take all this off, park the bike, take off your helmet, etc., etc. So you know, excuses. And the rain really doesn't bother me. I've got rain gear, and whether or not, no matter what I do, normally once I commit to something, I'm doing it. Whether it's backpacking, hiking, camping. If I make plans to do that and realize it's going to rain, well, we're just going to do it in the rain. We're just going to go. Same with motorcycling. But unless it's some, you know, storm or torrential downpour, that's a different story. But you know, it gets you thinking, you know, why don't I ride more often? And the answer is laziness, honestly. So I'm going to try. It's supposed to be nice this week, so I plan to ride a few days this week. Maybe get all the bikes out. Take the Hemi, the Honda, the Tiger maybe. We'll see. There's no excuse, right? But anyway, that was his topic. You know, you come up with all these excuses not to ride. And I remember back when my youngest son was still in high school, it was just he and I up here, and I had a motorcycle. I had a Honda VTX, I think, at the time. I don't remember if I had a Ducati then or not. And he had got his driver's license, and you know, he was riding the bus. But if I rode the motorcycle, I'd let him take the Jeep. I had a Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee, so he would drive that to school. So every day that he thought the weather was going to be nice, he would ask me if I was riding a motorcycle. And I remember one day telling him, he said, "Dad, you going to take the bike in tomorrow?" I said, "No, there's a 30% chance of rain." And he told me, he goes, "Yeah, but there's a 70% chance it won't." And my answer to him was, "Yes, that's true, but there's a 100% chance you'll be riding the bus." It makes me laugh to tease around with him like that. But anyway, it's the truth. You know, I've been caught in the rain more than once. I've got rain gear. It really doesn't bother me unless I'm not prepared for it. But there you go. What's your excuse for not riding all the time? Do you commute? Can you commute? Do you come up with excuses for not riding to work, or riding because of weather or heat or rain? And you know, I was in the Army, and we used to have as a leader, I used to have soldiers that would come up with excuses of why they were late or whatever. And we had a saying, a question, and that was, we'd ask them, what's the maximum effective range of an excuse? And the answer is 0 meters. Anyway, I hope everybody's safe. This video I got the motivation for this video from Harley Day Rider. Thanks again, Jack. I'll put a link to his video in the description. Go check him out. I'll put a link to his ham radio channel in the description. I think he's got more channels. He does a lot. He's into a lot of things. So I'm sure that once you start checking him out, you'll see all the other things he's into. So y'all be safe out there, and I will get back to riding on this nice twisty road. This is if you're in Virginia, on this side of Virginia, this is Page Road, P-A-I-G-E, in Caroline County. Check it out. It's a nice little twisty road if you're so inclined. Y'all be safe. Talk to you soon. Hey, what's up, guys? I tried to make a video the other day when I rode the Himalayan into work. I'll try to piece some of that in here. I never finished the video, so I didn't end it, so I didn't publish it or anything. But maybe I'll add some of those clips, and I'll add to it with this video. So I'm on my way home from work, and one of the premise of the video was excuses for not riding, and I'm about to come up on one. And you see this road I'm on, how nice and freshly tarred it looks. It's brand new asphalt. They haven't even painted the lines yet. Now, I could take the interstate most of the way home, but I-95 in this area is a nightmare. It's a death trap on a car, much less a motorcycle. So here's one of the excuses why I really haven't been riding a lot, is to take the motorcycle to come back this way, at least for the past month or month and a half, is this right here. They have been redoing this road, probably about close to 15 miles of it. And you know, the road's good. I mean, it's brand new, but there's sections of it to where it's rough cut, you know what I'm saying, but they sheared off the old asphalt. That's not bad. It's grooved a little bit. Now on the Himalayan I didn't even notice the grooves, but on this bike this morning I kind of noticed it a little bit. But the primary reason is this right here is a one-lane road, and I don't know how long we're going to sit here waiting on them to bring traffic from the opposite direction. I have yet to have to shut off a car or a motorcycle, but you know, it's just another excuse to not ride. And it's not bad sitting here as long as the cars behind me stop and I don't have to worry about getting rear-ended. So we're just going to sit here and wait on traffic. Here comes one car, but I don't know if that's the one or not. This asphalt's really sticky. I mean, it's not slippery, but I can feel it, my boots sticking to it a little bit. Makes for good grip on the motorcycle. Most recently, I've been looking at, and there's nothing fancy, it's nothing super special, at least in my mind it's not. Here comes traffic, so we'll be going here in a minute. It is, I can't remember what year. I'd like a pre-owned one though, because so I don't have to pay all the money for freight delivery and all that good stuff. It's a Kawasaki Z900 RSE, I think that's what it is. The yellow ball green is probably the color I would love to have. It just looks like an old retro motorcycle, and I really do like it. I'd love to ride that thing. Alright, traffic's going. I know this video is probably way too long, so I'll go ahead and end it right now, but I appreciate you if you watched it this far. And remember, you know, what's your excuse for not riding your motorcycle to work or to anywhere? And remember that phrase I mentioned that I used to use to my soldiers in the military. What's the maximum effective range of an excuse? 0 meters. So move out and draw fire. Talk to y'all later.